Alright, what is going on, you guys? Check this out. This is my first upload for this channel. Always wanted to make a channel dedicated to the Green Bay Packers. Um, I'm a huge lifelong fan. I'm 31 now. I've been a fan since I was a kid. My father's a fan, my uncle's a fan, my brother's a fan, my cousin's a fan, you know. So I wanted to start this by week one, but got busy, things get hectic around the house. So I did other obligations, so I couldn't. So right now we just got finished week three. Now if you watch the game, and don't mind me because I'm multitasking right now. If you hear things in the background, uh, if you watch the first, if we go back to week one against Chicago, uh, we played very poorly again. Offense looked sluggish until the second half. Um, so you know all about that. Week two, uh, defense looked good early on, but then struggled late in the second half. Gave up some tremendously big plays, and offense got stagnant, and 29-29 tie. So you guys seen that. And today was week three, and we played against the Washington Redskins, and it was another, in my opinion, stinker. Let me tell you something. I'm a real fan. I'm not one of the fans that's gonna sugarcoat anything. None of that. Like, I'm gonna keep it as real as I can as a Packer fan and as a football fan. So coming out the game, we were looking shitty. We were looking so shitty. It was just horrible the way we were looking. Our offense is stagnant. Our defense, I mean, my goodness, like, we got rid of Capers for what? I mean, we got rid of Dom Capers for what? We got the same exact defense. There was some huge drops in that first half. One by Randall. I think Devontae may have dropped one. Uh, our running game got going a little bit, but second half the defense woke up. And what I've always said as a Packers fan, I sit here and watch it. What I've always said is that our defense and the offense can never be on the same accord. What I mean by that is that when the offense is doing well, the defense isn't. When the defense is doing well, the offense isn't. We can't click on all cylinders for some reason. Like we can't all be in sync, And like I said, last week in that tie it was just devastating because we had multiple chances to win, multiple chances to put them away to win, especially with missing the game-winning field goal at that, and the bullshit roughing the passer on Clay. And I'm gonna get to that one in a little bit here. I'm not gonna keep these videos long. It's gonna be short, quick, and to the point. Yeah, it was just horrible. It was horrible. Second half, we came out. Defense looked sharp. They looked good. The blitzes that Pettin was putting, up on Alex Smith, they looked good. They were getting to him. They were putting pressure on him because we know the secondary is gonna fold if we can't get no rush to the quarterback. So the more time we give to the quarterback, the longer the receivers have to break into their routes and to shake loose the cornerbacks and the safeties or whatever. So defense held up. Defense did its job in the second half and held up. And what happened? The offense went stagnant. The offense got stale, and we couldn't move the ball. Not only did we couldn't really move the ball, there were some huge plays that was very disappointing. So we got in the first half. I think it was the first half. Randall dropped third down. Right, he dropped the first down on third down. Okay. Then in the second half, 4th and 1, Randall drops that again. It was slightly thrown behind him, but he had his hands on that ball, so he should have came up with it. What else? Lance Kendricks, what was that, like a 25-yard play on third down? Because this would have kept our momentum going. We probably would have scored right there. We would have had Washington on their heels. We might have went into the hurry-up offense. We would have went into the hurry-up offense, and we would have Washington on their heels. No, he drops a wide open pass. And when I say wide open, I mean wide the fuck open, right? So, punt the ball there. Then we get the ball back, trying to make another run at it. Cobb gets stripped, fumble, game over. Right there. And let's talk about this play this penalty on Clay. That was one of the most bogus and bullshit calls in the NFL. The NFL tweeted out how that was the correct call to make, but that's such bullshit because now, if Clay, what is Clay supposed to do? How is he supposed to get the quarterback to the ground? Because if he does anything but tackle him to the ground, who knows? Alex Smith could have stayed upright. He could have gathered his strength and didn't fully go down because Clay can't pull him down. But before that, Aaron got tossed like a fucking rag doll. He got slammed into the ground. And they didn't call that, but they called a clean. And I'm not even mad at that. I'm not even mad how Aaron got tackled because that's football. But then that was one of the cleanest hits on a quarterback that you can make as a pass rusher. That's one of the cleanest hits that you can make. And what happened? Clay got called for it. Third time in a row. The week 1 that was on Clay. Week 1 was on Clay, and he acknowledged that. Week 2 and week 3, that is just some bogus. It's just some real bogus bullshit being called on him. And for us to be, Chicago won. Thank God Minnesota lost. And as I'm talking, Detroit is playing right now, and they were winning. So I'm not sure, but to be 1-1-1, it's real ugly because we can easily, and we should be 3-0. We should be 3-0. This was a Redskins team that came in with, just out of the 2 weeks, probably one of the best defenses out of the 2 weeks. That's true. But again, we're supposed to have a high-powered offense. We're supposed to have this high-powered offense, and we didn't have it at all. We can see Aaron is struggling to run. He's running. He's showing his grit, and he's showing his money's worth. So that's good. But we should be 3-0. We should be 3-0. And the NFL needs to fix this fucking rule. I don't know what this fucking rule is, but they need to fix it because these two calls, if that didn't happen to Clay in week 2, that was the end of the game, 2-0. If this didn't happen, this, even though we were losing, that shifted the momentum. That type of call can, even though we got the ball back, that type of call can kill your defense, can kill your momentum. Even though we got the ball back, it still can kill it. So I'm not saying the game was saved or the Redskins were saved by that penalty, but what I am saying is that it stopped the momentum, and that can get people in a funk. And if you play motherfucking sports your whole life, you know how a silly ass call like that can change the whole momentum of the game. It can change the whole spirit of the game because at that point you feel like, like nothing's gonna do it. It doesn't matter what you do. If you're gonna get calls like that, you try to make plays. You know what I mean? So, NFL need to fucking clean up that fucking rule. McCarthy needs to clean up this fucking offense. Pet needs to clean up this motherfucking defense. Besides Kevin King and Josh Jones, and now Muhammad Wilkerson went down. So we don't know. We might have lost him for the year. It's his ankle, I believe. So, you know what I mean? Petty needs to fix this shit because this was the same thing we would see with Dom Capers. So I'm seeing a different coordinator, but the same defense. So they need to fix this bullshit all around because we got Buffalo coming in to Lambeau next week. And not to mention, they just whooped the fuck out of the Vikings. And we had to tie with the Vikings. So and they beat them in Minnesota. So I'm not even sure what the fuck to expect from our team. And I feel like the more Aaron plays, the more he's doing harm to his body. So our defense needs to step up. Our offense needs to tighten up. None of these bullshit dropped passes. None of these. They need to add throw Jimmy Graham in there more. They need to throw Mercedes Lewis in there more, and they need to help Aaron all around. Enough of this bullshit. We getting the same Packers year in and year out. And if we didn't have Aaron Rodgers, if we didn't have Aaron, we would not be Super Bowl contenders, and we all know that. If we didn't have Aaron Rodgers, we would be contending for the worst, one of the worst teams in the motherfucking NFL, and that's real. And real Packer fans know it. Real Packer fans know it. So, this is your boy. Look, check it out. It's your boy, Green Bay Dre. They call me Green Bay Dre. I'll show my face sooner or later, but for right now, this is what y'all getting. Any Packer fan out there, holla at me. Drop comments below. Tell me how you feel about this team. Tell me anything, whatever. How you feel about this team, how you feel about the offense, the defense, the coaches, the staff, the organization, everything. Let me know what we need to do, all that. And I'll get back to y'all. And I'm going to get back to y'all probably in a couple days, talk some more shit. I'll see y'all. Peace.